We spoke with Suzlon earlier on the renewable side, wind specifically. We've got one more renewable power company with us, Acme Solar Holdings. Revenues have jumped more than 80%. Margins are healthy as well. We're now joined by Nikhil Dhingra, CEO of Acme Solar. I mean, if you just look at the renewable companies in the renewable space and look at earnings growth estimates, and these are estimates, of course, forecasted. I mean, estimates for Acme are right up there in terms of strong growth numbers going forward. Thanks for joining in. As I said, once again, Prashant this side, Nikhil. Just give us a sense of how much merchant power you sold in the second quarter. Give us a state of affairs right now as we stand as well, because, I mean, we get the monthly data. Power demand is low. I mean, there are unseasonal rains, etc. as well. So offtake, I guess, will also be impacted. So give us a sense of the merchant power, how much you sold, what are the rates like, and what is the situation now in the third quarter?
Right. So, Prashant, we are a company which does not sell merchant power. We are in most of our power is contracted through long-term PPAs. So in this quarter, we did not sell any merchant power. All of our power was sold through long-term PPAs, which have a constant tariff. So you are right that the power demand was weak given the monsoons and the rain, and of course in terms of the cyclical part of this year. But we were not impacted because we had our power is sold. It's a must-run power, as you know. Renewable is a must-run power. So our realizations and revenue were constant tariffs. Of course, the generation varies quarter to quarter in a minor way for solar, as our portfolio is primarily solar and it is contracted in a long-term PPA. So we had a healthy revenue and healthy EBITDA this quarter. And that is our business model. We are only doing merchant power from, let's say, if we have early commissioning and if we have some scope. Like in the batteries, we are trying to do merchant from Q4 of this year. So that is something we are looking at. So merchant in today's time, the peak power merchant only makes sense. So because there is a difference between the solar tariff and the peak tariff. So that is what we are trying to do from next quarter onwards. We have got our battery capacities coming up of around 1 gigawatt hour next quarter. So we are trying to ramp that up and do merchant on that and not on the normal solar or wind.
Nikhil, what is the average tariff across portfolio? Is there anything coming up for renegotiation or in this quarter or the next quarter? And second, give us a sense of 1 gigawatt of storage, which means that much is what you'll be able to supply at merchant rates, or no? I mean, that's just a battery capacity right now.
Yeah. So in terms of the renegotiation and PPAs, and all of our PPAs have been signed in you can say last 4 or 5 years. So they have a tenure of around 25 years. So none of our PPAs is coming for renegotiation or change. And of course, these are 25 years, and these are all with the central government. Like SECIs are 70% in our portfolio is SECI. So none of them are up for renegotiation. In terms of the battery, 10 gigawatt hour, 1 gigawatt hour of battery installation. So this will be sold as the units. 1 kWh is 1 unit. So basically that much revenue. If I can give you an estimate, let's say there is a 5 rupee differential realization between the you can say charging and discharging power, then we will make around, you can say, 170 crore of annual revenue out of that. So that's the broad numbers. And in terms
so 170 crore merchant revenues.
Yes.
From in FY27.
Let's say we install it in January 26, so I'm giving a 12-month number. So whenever it's a 12-month number, because 12-month number starting from whenever we commission it.
Okay.
Nikhil, hi. Now on the question of signing fresh PPAs itself, just tell us, whether anything got done in Q2. What is the PPA pipeline looking like? Because there have been a lot of reports that because of slightly lower demand and perhaps overcapacity already in the system here in India, PPA, especially on the renewable side, apparently are also getting cancelled, or the government at least has been sort of withdrawing some tenders. So explain to us what's going on and whether you would be impacted in any way.
Right. So we signed 50 megawatts of PPA with Tata Power. That's our first PPA with the private discom. And of course, we signed 550 megawatt hour with NHPC. So this quarter we had these two signings, and we won around 750 megawatts of solar plus battery tenders. So we had a good run this quarter. Of course, there have been talks about delays in signing of PPAs, and you must have seen the MNRE has also responded to that there is no broad cancellation which is being pursued for these PPAs which have not been signed. Of course, they will review each and every bid in terms of the demand for that. What has happened was there was a lot of, you can say, bunching up of bids which happened in last couple of years. So government has rightly toned down the bid pace now. So very few bids are happening now because the earlier bids are yet to be signed for PPAs. We are seeing that the pickup for farm and dispatchable renewable energy and peak power, bulk of which our capacity is in that segment, is happening. Of course, the pace is lower than the inventory available. So you will see that it will clear over a period of time. But some PPAs which are pure solar or pure wind, which have not been signed for more than 2 years, so that is some, and if there is no demand for them currently, then only government will look at it whether they need to free up the transmission capacity, because this is more being driven from freeing up the transmission capacities for coming the for letting the you can say more eligible projects come up rather than cancelling the LOAs, because there is no intent to slow up the renewable growth or renewable capacity expansion.
But as you explained, as you explained that you did end up signing both on the private side with Tata Power and with government agencies like NHPC. So this whole PPA delay business or cancellation business, it's not impacting you in any way, right?
It is not impacting us in any way, and it is not impacting most of the players in any way. What is getting impacted maybe is the slow bid wins, but we also won 750 megawatts of bids in this quarter. So there is enough actually in terms of the bid wins and in terms of the PPA signing. We have already 2.2 gigawatts of signed PPAs with us.
Sure. Just a quick last point on the margins. This quarter, you were at I think about 85%. At the operating level. Just give us a sort of look ahead. Next couple of quarters, can you sustain these kind of levels?
So, see, Surabhi, our EBITDA margins are fairly constant because they are in this range of 85 to 90%. And of course, that is because we don't have any fuel expenses or any such expenses. So this will be the range where we will be for next few quarters. And we have been there for last few quarters as well. So margins will be in this range. Of course, the growth is what drives the key metrics for us. So we have to commission 450 megawatts of capacity this year. We have already commissioned 388 megawatts. We are seeing a lot of upsides from the interest rate reductions. We have been able to achieve AA minus rating for our company. So we are seeing upsides from that, which will lead to margin improvement because of that interest cost
savings.
Interest cost savings, because we are a very capex intensive sector, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Got that. Sorry, a little short on time, but we got the gist of it. Nikhil, thank you very much and good luck to you for the rest of the year as well. So the going remains steady at Acme.